Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so we do have an update with the Alliance War season situation, and whether you're gonna like it or not is gonna pretty much entirely depend how your War 7 went. So here we have the post here, well, it's an update to the post, but Kabam Jax also posted separately in the diversity point issue thread, where due to the issue with the diversity scoring during war number 7, this war will not count towards the season scoring. Considering this issue added to the messy season thus far, the compensation will be as follows. General compensation for everybody that participated in season 48, a full season's worth of victory rewards at 3 battle groups regardless of how many BGs they run. So obviously this is also going to depend on the tier where you finish up, and that is probably why they are going to be distributing this after the end of the season. So first and foremost, let's take a look at exactly what that would entail. So this would mean 12 war victory rewards, and in tier 1, as we can see, that would mean about 6,000 7-star shards, about 30,000 6-star shards, about 30-some thousand 5-star shards, and about 1 million loyalty. So those are the victory rewards. Now, I'm going to be honest, I would like to see them also include some potions and boosts and stuff like that. We'll see whether they do or do not. But as far as the compensation itself goes for the Craft Up season, I guess I'm fine. I would like to see some maybe rank up materials in it as well, but you know, 1 million loyalty is decent. 6,000 7-star shards for tier 1 players is not too bad either. So I'm not gonna, throw my arms up in there saying the compensation is inadequate. I would, however, like to see some potions or something else added to it, but if it is just what it is, 1 million loyalty is also something, as well as 6,000 7-star shards. Now the problems stem with the historical precedent here, or more specifically with their track record. So this season we basically played with an absolute BS war tactic that they already had to tune down in the off season, and then they tuned it down 2 weeks into the Alliance War season. Not to mention the issues with matchmaking many alliances had. Not to mention the issues with, well, diversity, which is what they are addressing here. Not to mention, what else did we have? I'm quite sure we had some bugs and unwinnable matchups. And now they will have to do some extra adjustments. Just keep in mind, they already have to do adjustments to the points with the alliances that could not get the matchmaking work for them. So we have a scuffed up Alliance War season to beyond no end, where Kabam will have to do one set of adjustments to the alliances that couldn't find matches due to Kabam's matchmaking system. Then the Kabam will have to adjust the points to every single alliance based on War 7. And then we can hope that we will arrive at somewhat accurate placements. Problem with all of this stuff is, every single time Kabam has done this in past, there have been issues. Or pretty much every single time Kabam has done this in past, there are some alliances who do not get correct points deducted, do get, for whatever reason, points added to them, war ratings, and whatnot. Now, we're going through that process twice. So, I guess my issue with this Kabam Jax post is, I don't think anybody or many people in this community believe that Kabam will do this right. And again, they are very correct in thinking so, because they never pretty much have done this right once, let alone if they have to do it twice. So the chances there get exponentially smaller. Not to mention, the current set of issues that came with the update and masteries and everything else, still obviously having a full impact on Alliance Wars as well. I don't even know what to say. Like, if it all works out, suppose it's fine, but realistically, that's a huge if. And I personally am still strongly on the position that they should have just cut the war season short. This season is, a mockery of Alliance Wars. I don't think there are many alliances that, think this season has went like perfectly fine. That didn't experience any issues here. Oh, right, I completely forgot we still had the issue with the players not being able to place the defense, which is something the new nation was affected by as well. So, this Alliance War season has had more issues than your ex-girlfriend. This Alliance War season has had more issues than any other season that I recall. Like, we often have problems. And you'd think that over time, the amount of problems, or at the very least, if not the amount of problems, then the way Kabam handles it gets better. But it hasn't. This, again, has been the scuffiest season that I remember. So players not being able to place the defense, alliances not finding matches, the diversity scoring screwed up, the general issues with the tactic, and that comes on top of everything else when we have to deal with AI, reparries, and whatnot. I am somewhat impressed in Kabam's stubbornness. Call it quits. Like, here's the thing. They screwed up time and time and time and time again this season in a very short period of time. But somehow they still, they remind me of somebody who would wake up in the morning, see their house on fire, and would just go to work. And, maybe call fire department if they get time whilst they're at work for them to come in and try and extinguish the flames. It is astonishing their refusal to step back, re-evaluate what happened, address the issues, and then start up. Again, I am still strongly for the season should have been cancelled. It's unplayable. No alliance placements will reflect their actual ability to play the war, because I believe pretty much significant portion of the alliances, if not majority of the alliances, have been affected by this in meaningful manners. And not being able to find the matches, playing the wars short-handed, dealing with all the tactic issues, having the diversity scoring screwed up, all of that stuff. It adds up to a point where it's just a giant mess. Final results of this season will not reflect the alliances and their strength and their ability to play war or any of that stuff. And I think objectively Kabam can admit to that as well. Because if you screw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just sometimes you can't untangle the web of fuck-ups that you have done. And I have very, very little faith that at the end of the season, all will be well. And here we go. This is absolute madness. The war has important implications. On first place, wars that were not impacted by the diversity scoring. We played the war on assumption we did not need to win, secure first place, but Nefty had 2 legitimate losses and could not pass us. Now they are ahead of us, and we could have played last war differently. Again, this is exactly the type of thing I'm talking about. This completely ruins the whole podium. War 7 is a war that Nefty lost versus Salty. With this loss, they are not first. TCN and GT above them, and then TCN and GT are yet to match, which is the next war, which would decide the season ultimately. With this, Nefty now has a whole loss reserved. They are instantly first. They messed up the whole podium. Truly a Kabam moment. Absolutely. What about Alliance Lost War 7, who should have won and dropped to the tier 2 because of it? Another legitimate thing, because if you lost and should have won and you start the war, again, just cancel the goddamn season. You know it. Just cancel the fucking season. What can be worse than doing nothing? Do the wrong thing. Oh boy. Many alliance again. It's just impossible to solve this. But Kabam is like, nah, we got this. Like, no, you don't. Again, that's the thing is like, whoever came up with this, let's not count the worst thing. Again, because, you know, no understanding of the implications. What does it mean? Kabam. Kabam, you fucking know me. Right. Kind of funny. At least it makes life interesting because you never know what's gonna happen. Let me know what you guys think about the situation. I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about